Hello, I'm Markusdragon, and this is my Q&A video, or as I call it, an audience with Markusdragon, because I'm a pompous artistic type. That's all you need to know. Fox Sundance asks, what is your opinion on Kingdom Hearts? It's utter trash. Absolute utter trash. I mean, okay, so it was a great idea. You've got, on one hand, the coolness of the characters of Squaresoft, which is a great thing. And then you have the awesomeness of the villains of Disney. Perfect. Nice crossover. Everyone's happy. But unfortunately, they then go and make it shit. Absolute shit. They have jumping mechanisms that are crap, and then have jumping puzzles. They have an absolutely horrendous combat. And then the music is so jaunty and repetitive, kind of condensed into 30 seconds of repeated music, that it makes you nauseous. Why the hell would anyone want to play a video game that is playing that horrible music again and again and again? It's like being in a very, very cheap, very bad theme park. Oof. Oof. You know, I used to like this level, but now, whenever I play it, I kind of think, if he dies now, Sonic Heroes will never happen. Kind of a demotivator. Sparkly Kiss asks, Marcus, if you could direct a film based on a video game, which one would it be and why? And what sort of direction would you give it? Well, Sparkly Kiss, I would make a House of the Dead movie. No, really, hear me out. The first one, and probably the second one, I haven't seen the second one, are absolutely atrocious, and it just isn't just. What you would need to do to make an awesome House of the Dead movie would be to have a continuous fight scene, but intersped with a movie. Basically, you take this continuous fight scene, and then at certain important points of it, you kind of leave it as a cliffhanger and insert flashbacks. And these flashbacks would take you up to Rogan's well, I suppose his affair with Sophie, G's joining of the AMF, Curion's attempts to cure his son, later turning his project into a search for immortality, and then it would just eventually come up to this huge fight scene at the end, monster defeated, and then Goldman. Because Goldman needs to be in cinema. You have to have a villain as creepy and yet so incredibly stupid as Goldman in House of the Dead 1 now, because House of the Dead 2, 1 adds him there, and 2 just needs it. Dogs of the AMS. Time they made a move. Welcome, friends. Tavrel asks, who are your favourite band? At the moment, my favourite band are the Bare Naked Ladies, and I keep coming back to them being the Bare Naked Ladies, because the Bare Naked Ladies have very funny lyrics, have a musical style that just kind of clicks with me for some reason, and it's just interesting music. You don't get anything particularly like it anywhere else. He also asks, what's your favourite gaming platform and why? Well, the problem with that question is, do you mean ever, or do you mean out of the current three? Out of the current three, despite the fact that I've never, ever actually played on one, I would say the Xbox 360 is my favourite gaming platform, because, well, it just looks to have a very strong showing this time round. And it's nice to see the underdog become the underdog again, but a huge force in gaming compared to the last time round when it wasn't even close to being second. Ever, however, I would say it's probably the Sega Dreamcast, because it's just a beautifully designed piece of kit. 4 control ports when 2 was still the standard. Some fantastic games. It's sturdy enough to withstand anything. There's just one fault that Dreamcast tend to develop, and you can actually fix it by opening it up and bending the bit that's wrong back into place, which then makes your Dreamcast work just like new again. The VMU was a fantastic design. I wish someone would do that again, but I bet Sega's got the patent on it, so you can't really repeat that for a while. The controls were perhaps a little iffy, but they worked. It has some fantastic light gun games on it. Nothing since has quite had the need to have a light gun. You don't seem to need to have a light gun with a PlayStation 2, but your really serious Dreamcast owners will tell you that a light gun is necessary. It's just a fantastic machine, and I wish more people had one. Arctic Snake asks, do you think Nintendo will start to bring out decent games at a steady rate in the future? Actually, yeah, I do. Because when you think about it, Nintendo's only actually announced, what, 3 or 4 casual games? There's Wii Fit. I can't think of any more. But they haven't actually announced that many pieces of casual crap. I mean, they keep showing them off, but they haven't announced so many casual games. And then we've still got the hardcore, I think we'd call it, the hardcore games that we're waiting for. So perhaps it's just that Nintendo aren't actually developing that many games at the moment. Or at least they aren't at a phase where they can show them. But then people don't think that when they first see these things. They automatically assume the worst. They automatically assume, oh no, Nintendo have abandoned us. Because as a species, humans, especially video gaming fanatics, are panicky and idiotic. Well, hey asks, your proudest moment in gaming? ? I would have to say that my proudest moment in gaming was when I beat Defender of the Crown when I was 7. Flame Hero asks, if you could be one film or game or TV character, who would it be and why? I'm going to get accused of being a furry for this. But Max the Rabbit from the Sam and Max. Sorry. I'm just thinking about blowing up busfuls of children.